Alright, I guess we're doing this. After buying Mewtwo and Greninja from Toys R Us today, I realized that there was a third character in that wave. I didn't buy him, despite the fact that he was hanging from the pegs, but he was sent to me by one of my hopeful commissioners as a piece of custom fodder, specifically Electrical Geek. Now, the custom that this will be turning into probably won't be showing up until around February or so. Sorry to get your hopes up, Electrical Geek. But I figured since we're talking about the Tomy Pokemon figures, it was only fair to add this to complete that particular wave. Machamp, the four-armed He-Man Pokemon. Seriously, this looks so much like an 80s He-Man figure, just with four arms. It's just wonderful. I love it. So, despite the fact that he has those four-arm things, he actually has pretty standard anatomy compared to a human. And so his physique is going to reflect that for the most part. I mean, that second set of shoulders looks really weird. I mean, the way he's drawn in the games, you don't really notice it too much, but when you actually have a regular figure, like, wow, when this guy's not pointedly making muscle poses, that second pair of arms looks really weird up there. So yeah, they can, like, flex everything! So, he has a swivel head, although because it's attached at an angle, that's kind of the thing where you make him turn his head. And, he's going sideways, like, so you tilting inquisitively or just trying to look at you regular? The arms are all articulated the same way. Universal shoulders, very good. Biceps that don't quite get 90 because the muscle sculpt gets in the way. I think you could have cut a little bit into there to allow it to bend a bit deeper. And wrist swivels. Very nice, not cutting the articulation on the upper arms, because like I know a lot of times like when certain toys are made with that have extra anatomy, they'll save on parts count by making the extra arms less articulated. I'm looking at you, Ben 10. But no, all four of his arms are articulated the same way. They have excellent range and good posability. Although, amazingly enough, this one has an assembly error where he has two left hands. Well, I guess technically he has three left hands, but they put a left hand on his right arm. Like, what? How do you do that? You are Tomy. You're not supposed to make stupid mistakes like that. Oh well, I guess once I customize him, that won't really make too big a difference. Although that's gonna annoy me a little bit. Amazingly enough, he has no waist joint. I mean, he has a sculpted in belt line, so you think putting a waist joint there would have been the easiest thing. I mean, if you can put a waist joint on Mewtwo and Greninja, you can put a waist joint on this guy. I guess the budget to put the extra joints in the arms meant that he had to lose the ab joint that these figures usually get. Although he does still have ball-jointed hips with a pretty good range. They're a little bit more restricted because of the sculpt of his trunks, but it's pretty respectable in all directions, all things considered. Especially since they're just ball joints and not universals like I would expect hips like this to be. And then he has a knee joint, gets a decent 90. Although with the sculpt of his muscles, it's a little bit less. Well, you can still pull stuff off. Like, look at that. He's taking a step. That's cool. And then he has ankle articulation. It goes up and down, and it rotates. No ankle rocker, but at least he has rotation, so you can use that to get his feet a little bit more flat-footed if you work the two joints together. So, yeah, this is a really good wave. These are really good Pokemon figures. I mean, I didn't buy this one personally because, like I said, I'm not a Pokemon fan. I'm a Smash Brothers fan, and this guy wasn't in Pokemon. Although, I guess he figures pretty prominently in Pokken tournaments since you're not going to have a Pokemon fighting game and not have this guy. Because, come on, like, the Goro references alone are all you need to justify its existence. But yeah, aside from that weird assembly error where he was given an extra left hand on his right arm, this is a fantastic toy, and I'm pretty sure this is not a common problem. I can easily recommend this guy, although less for Smash Brothers displays and more for general Pokemon stuff. So, yeah, take of that what you will. Once again, Wakeangel 2001 is fairly ambivalent to the Pokemon franchise. Don't hold that against me. However, this figure is still recommended. It's a good toy. This is Wakeangel 2001, and I'm signing off.